Hello everyone, welcome back once again to CareerQ, a place to curate your career. In today's video, we will be talking about those people or those projects actually who are about to suffer the most from the current recession and the current layoffs that are ongoing, and we are hearing about them to be, continuing for quite some time. So before we start the video, as usual, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and without a further ado, let's get started. So the first point is, we have heard multiple news from the big MNCs who actually take bulk hiring, mass hirings. They have decided to lay down a lot of employees. One big shocker that we received was from Accenture, which some time back decided to lay back or lay off 19,000 employees, and that is about 2.5% of its total workforce, which is a very, very big number. And I know we all are shocked and we are disturbed. Why? Because we know that these MNCs operate similarly or parallelly, and say for example, if one MNC, and that to a big MNC like Accenture, is laying off so many employees, then you never know, even I never know, when my job comes to a standstill. Okay, so yes, there is a very uncertain period that we are going on in, and in today's video I would like to tell you who are the most affected people. So I would say that from the analysis that I have made, the people who are most affected are those who have been on bench and who have not proved to be an asset to their particular organization since quite some time. So yes, if you are an employee who has been on bench for a very long period, guys, please ramp up, please just upskill yourself, and just try to get hold of any project. It can be a mini project, it can be a 1 month project, it can be anything. Just get hold of anything within your organization, or at least for the time being, if you are not getting any project calls, then please try to upskill yourself. When I say upskill yourself, for every organization they have a third party learning platform they might have coupled up with. So for Capgemini, I know it's Coursera. For some others, it's Udemy. So yes, there are different platforms that are out there, and the organizations are tied up with one or the other platform. That is a very good thing, or this is a very good time when you can actually make usage of this time and upskill yourself, so that if God forbid you are one of those affected candidates, it doesn't affect you for very long. When you are out in the market searching for a new job, you just get one very easily because you have the required skill sets that the people are searching for. Okay, so just make use of this time. And yeah, coming back to the people who will be most affected, the first and foremost will be the people who have been on bench or who are continuing to be on bench since a very long time. Others are those people who have been working in some or the other banking projects. So yes, the projects that were dealing with the banks, the projects who had banks as their clients, especially if they are banks of, US, then these are the most affected projects. These are the projects that are being, shelved up. They're just removing the employees, especially the Indian employees, because removing Indian employees is pretty easy because Indian labor laws, especially with the IT sector, is not very strong. We all know that. And why this has happened, we all know about the Silicon Valley Bank collapsing, and I would not go into much detail because that is a separate side of the story and we would leave that for some other day's discussion. But because of that bank collapse, there are other US banks who have collapsed, or at least have been affected a lot, and which is why these banks are not in a position to continue the ongoing projects that they were previously undertaking. So these are the projects that are actually getting the most affected, and the people who are working in projects that are related to banking domain, they are the people who are being the most affected. So yes, people who are on bench. Second, people who are in projects that are related to the banking domain. And third are the people who have been switching organizations very frequently in this COVID time. So this is something that I have come across after doing some research. But what we have seen is that many organizations have laid off such employees who have just joined in the organization and who don't have a long working history with any of the previous organizations. So, these employees are now being treated as ones who are non-trustworthy and who might leave the organization if and when they will get a better offer, where we as employees don't find it very, disturbing. We as employees are really concerned about the financial growth of ours as well, and which is one thing that I have always iterated, that apart from our professional growth, we need to also make sure that our financial growth is strong enough. But the organizations are right now wanting to play safe, wanting to be with employees who have been with them for a very long time. So yes, the employees who have recently joined in any organization, they also might be at risk if they are working in some banking projects. Apart from that, senior employees, employees who are getting a lot of salary, a high chunk of salary. So yes, these are also the employees who are who might be affected, because the organizations are simply saying or simply thinking that they can onboard two freshers and they might distribute that one person's workload to these two freshers, and they might teach these two freshers, and equally these freshers will be able to do the job and the work will get done. There is no need to pay one single employee a high chunk of money. So if you are someone who is senior and who is very taking away a hefty package, yes, due to this these times you might be at risk of losing your jobs. So for all those people or who are falling in this risk zone, I'm not saying that the others are safe. In no way we can say that we are safe. You never know when the knife just comes upon you. You can never say that, because every day something new is happening in the market, and there is instability in the market. We all know that. So for all those who are currently falling in these particular categories, are at a higher risk, and for all those I would really suggest that just buckle up, upskill yourself, if possible give more and more job interviews, get hold of various other opportunities, so that tomorrow if something happens to you, God forbid, you have a plan B along with you, and you are not left doing nothing. So I hope that I have been able to be a help for all of you. I nowhere mean to or want to say that the market is very scary, but we all know that the times are uncertain. We all are seeing that onboardings are happening, but we all are also watching that the layoffs are happening. So we cannot really say. All we can do from our side is to make ourselves prepared enough so that if something happens, we are able to fight that situation with utmost confidence. So if there is anything else that you want to add, some other type of people who might be at risk, or some other maybe advice that you want to share with our audience, please put them down in the comment section. If you like the video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. I'll come again tomorrow with another new video. Till then, stay tuned to CareerQ. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.